I just wanted to start this video off by informing you all that I fucking hate everything! Oh my god! Everything in my life has been rage baiting me to the max. I'm done. I'm through. I don't want to do it anymore. But yeah, anyways. Hey guys, it's Ava, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. Today's a rant video. So if you guys have me added on Snapchat, you would have saw, first of all, go add my Snapchat. Trying to grow my platform on there. Trust, I'm gonna be posting more. But anyways, you would have saw that a few weeks ago, I went to, you know what? We're not gonna say where I went. If you saw it on my Snapchat, you get a sneak peek. Allegedly, this is all alleged, I made it up, this is for entertainment purposes only. Allegedly, fictional story, it's made up, I'm kidding, I'm the funniest woman on earth, and I wrote all of this because why? I'm creative. Anyways, now into the story. I went to a theme park, I had some issues at said theme park, I wanted to bang my head off the roller coaster rides at said theme park. I'm not even that mad at like the story, I just had a shit day, so like, this is probably gonna come off angrier than it's supposed to. I made a list. So I drive like a bazillion hours to this theme park because like, it's kind of far from my house, like probably like a 3 or 4 hour drive. After a long treacherous journey from my house to said theme park, I'm finally there. I walk in. The whole thing is so like magical and pretty and fun. And like I literally had the best time, except there was just so much random little crap that went on throughout the day. Like I remember we were in line for our food because we bought the meal plan, and then like we were in line. We got up to like, you know, cash out our food, and they were like, actually you have to go all the way over there to that kiosk to get a wristband because you have a meal plan and we can't cash you out until you do that. I was like, okay, well, do we have to wait in line again? She was like, no, I'll be here when you get back. I was like, okay, perfect. So I go get my wristband, I come back, nowhere to be found. Where did you go? Did she vanish? Like she just out of thin air. She wasn't there. I don't know where she went. Maybe she was on a bathroom break. But don't say that you're gonna be there and then not be there. You know what I mean? But anyways, it's fine. It's just a little tidbit of information. That's not even the least of our worries today. That happens. We go about our day. We're having a great time. We're going on all the rides. We're having fun. We're eating food. Having a blast, okay? They had just recently gotten like a new big ride, right? So our plan was to, I mean, this was our first time there, so like it's not like they were actually old to us, but like, you know what I mean? Like go on the older rides first so that we didn't have to wait in a giant line and then come back within like the last hour of the park being open to go on the new ride. Because like that's just what you do at theme parks. Like a lot of people do this. Like we go to theme parks a lot, so like we do this a lot, and everywhere else we've done this, like it worked out. But keep in mind, you keep walking by the big ride, everything's going fine, like it's open, right? As we're walking past the big ride, we decide that we're gonna go and get some food. So the way that this meal plan was set up was so weird. So we wait in line at this sandwich shop. I'm giving you everything I can here. And as we get to the front of the line, it's two people working the shop. There's a guy and a girl. So the guy is the one trying to take our order, and I'm like, what can you get with the meal plan? He's like, actually you have to go all the way around to that side and have her scan your band first, and then you have to come back and get in line again. Why? Genuine question. Why wouldn't you just like have that there first and then form the line like going that way smoothly? You know what I mean? Like we weren't the only people that were confused. Like everyone was having this issue. Like why was it set up like that? I don't know. So I'm like, okay, we go do it. And then as I'm talking to the girl, she's like telling me the menu options. Well, she very rudely points to them and she's like, you can get that. I'm like, okay, like I'll take this. Like my boyfriend ended up asking for a BLT and he was like, can I get a piece of turkey on that though? And then she was like, oh yeah, you can. I'm asking her about like sides and stuff. And in the middle of me asking her this,
be nice.
I'm finding it. This girl picks up her phone and starts flirting with somebody on the other line. Like, I'm literally asking her, like, hey, like, could I get those chips? She's like, why is my whole face like tomato red? All I did was cough. I'm just kind of like, is this really happening right now? Like, we're only on the clock. Like, I get that it's a minimum wage job probably, but like, damn, like, you could just say, oh, one sec, not answer it in the middle of me, literally mid-sentence, she answers the phone. I was not finished. And then I ask her again, I'm like, okay, like, what are the sides? She goes, oh, you could have a bag of chips or like a cookie. I go, okay, can I like get that bag of chips? She goes, no, only the top row. And like, I get that meal plans are like, you get what you get, but like literally the top row was like the nasty chips that nobody wants. Like probably the expired ones, probably stale, like my bread was stale. It is what it is, but it just really irked me. We get back in line, we finally order our food. As my boyfriend's going to order, he's like telling the guy like, oh, like BLT, but like with a piece of turkey on it. The guy goes, oh, you can't do that. But she just said, I'm sorry, like, did she not just say that? Was she too busy flirting on the phone? Like, and normally I'm not this bitter. This is the fact that it's one of several minor inconveniences that day. So she comes over, she's like, no, I never said that. You can't get that. Then we wouldn't have scanned our things. We would have used the meal plan somewhere else. Hello? Anyways, I ended up giving my boyfriend a piece of my turkey because I'm the
amazing girlfriend.
No, but seriously though, like what the hell? So keep in mind, like throughout this entire thing, like we're walking back and forth throughout the park, like we are walking by the main ride that we're waiting for, and there's no sign out about anything. I'm hinting at something here. If you can pick it up, good. If not, also good, because I want to tell the story. We're getting there. So we ended up going on this one roller coaster like 4 times, and we're in line for like the 3rd time, right? At this point, it's like 8:30 when we get in line, maybe even 8:15, and then we got out of line at like 9:45 because our plan was to get off this ride and then go straight to the ride that we've been waiting for all day. Because again, this is usually what we do at all the other parks, like even the ones owned by the same like umbrella company or whatever the hell that this park is owned by. We've done this all summer at every park we've gone to, so we didn't think there'd be an issue, right? Keep that up there for when I actually talk about it, because God knows I can't tell the story straight. Anyways, we're waiting in line for the ride that we're going on before the other one, you know what I mean? Anyways, we're in this line and we finally get up there and we're like, okay, good, like we'll have enough time to like make it to the other ride that we've been waiting to go on. Like, so we're waiting, we're literally like, this roller coaster has to go and then we're the next car, right? And as we are just waiting to go on this ride, this idiot, choose kindness, Ava, this person that works there, one of the ride operators, ends up like shutting it down. He ends up telling this group of people that's already on the ride and already strapped in and they already did all their checks that they can't ride and that they need to get off the ride right now. Why, you might ask? Because apparently one of them like skipped the line or something. They all claim that they were there. People that were around them in line were like, no, like they've all been there the whole time. What is this about? And like, even if one person did come up and meet their group, like, is that not a common thing to do? So this guy in his bright green polo shirt was very adamant about the fact that these people were not getting on the ride. So much so that he actually held up the line for about 15 minutes, going back and forth having the same conversation. I kid you not. It literally went like, oh, you all need to get off the ride right now. And then they were like, why? Y'all waited like an hour and a half just now. Like, I'm not getting off. He's like, okay, I'm calling security. Call security. Like, are we serious right now? Just let them be on the ride, especially if everybody else is like, no, like they didn't cut. They waited the full time. Like, I feel like I would have seen them if they cut, because like they would have had to go through the entire queue and they would have passed us at some point. It was ridiculous. Everyone was defending them. The whole thing was just so stupid. So this guy literally holds up the line for another 5 minutes after this, waiting for security. At one point, like all the workers strapped them in again, and we thought that they were just gonna send the ride, but they didn't for whatever reason. They just waited for security to get there, and then they unstrapped all of them and made them all leave. And I've never felt so bad for a stranger. Like, I was just thinking, like, if that was me and they told me after like almost 2 hours of waiting,
You can't go on the ride. You skip the line.
like, I don't even know how I'd react in that situation. I would be so pissed. I just felt so bad for them, because what do you mean? Made them all get up and leave. It was like a group of like 8 people. If you're in a big group like that and they're saying only one person like skipped the line, like let them go. Like, why are you doing all that? And this guy, like the whole time, he was being such a jerk about it. He had such a smug look on his face, like he was the king of the world. Why are we doing all that? It was literally right before the park was gonna close too. Why are we doing all that? Anyways, we get off the ride. We end up getting off at like, it was like 9:45, and then we literally start sprinting to the other ride, and I get there and my face and my heart immediately drops. Guess what was right in front of me?
Sorry, this ride is closed.
What? So I walk up to the guy and I say, I'm like, hey. He's like, sorry guys, the ride is closed. I'm like, damn it. So we're from like hours away and we specifically came for this ride, and like, is there any way? I already knew what the answer was gonna be, but he's like, no guys, I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do. I'm not trying to give this guy hell. Like, we were joking around. I seriously wanted to get on the ride, but like we were having like a jokey banter thing, you know what I mean? I wasn't like giving this guy a hard time by any means. I was like, dang, like you can't even just like look the other way and like let us sneak on. He's like, no, like I can't do that. I'm like, not even for 15 bucks? And he's like, unless you give me a month's paycheck, no. I'm like, you can make that happen, but the first installment is $15 right now. And like, we're laughing, but like, I just wanted to go on the dang ride. We were pissed. So we ended up getting back on the ride that we had literally just gone on before we ran over there. I can't even express like the way I was so disappointed. So we ended up going to guest services later on, and we were like basically like, hey, like we had a bunch of inconveniences, like is there anything you guys can do? And they were basically like, oh, like is this your home park? And we were like, no. And they were like, no, there's nothing we can do. Like, she was nice about it, but like it was basically like, no. We ended up going back the day after to ride that ride. We got on it like 2 or 3 times, I don't remember, but you could easily make the argument like you guys should have just got on it earlier if you wanted to go so bad. Like, yeah, but 3-hour ride versus like 1.5-hour ride. Like, you take your pick. Like, we were trying to use the whole day so that we could do everything we wanted to do. So that's why we weren't like standing in that line from the beginning. You know what I mean? Because it was so much longer in the beginning of the day versus at night. And we were literally so pissed off because we were checking the wait times on the app all day, and literally like the second before we got on the ride that we were going on before we were gonna go on that one, like we were checking the app and it was still like, oh, like 100-minute wait time. Didn't say anything about it's closed. So that's why we were extra pissed off, because like you could easily like put on the app somewhere like, hey, this attraction may close. Because the thing the sign said was like, this attraction may close as early as 9 p.m. And it's like, you couldn't disclose that anywhere else. Like, they didn't have the sign out the entire night. It was just a really annoying situation. And I was so angry. Like, I'm laughing about it now because, like, it's funny now, it's in the past, but, like, in the moment, even though this was, like, a ranty video, like, this is obviously lighthearted, like, I'm really not that pissed off about it. I also forgot to mention, when we went over to guest services, she was like, if you guys want to wait and, like, talk to, like, one of my managers, you can, but it'll be, like, a half hour. And we were like, okay, well, we probably could wait, like, honestly. Because, like, the park was, like, already closed at that point. And she was like, well, actually, like, they're not gonna be here till tomorrow. So why did you tell me it was gonna be a half hour? She probably just thought we'd immediately say no, but like, just say they're not here. But yeah, that was my little story that I wanted to tell you guys because you guys liked my last story time so much. Thank you guys so much for all the love lately. Like, thank you so much for 4K. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to see how much this channel grows. Genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys so much for like supporting me and stuff. But yeah, that's gonna be all for today's story time. If you guys want more story times, comment down below and let me know. And make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. Don't follow me on everything else. It's all at avamerceis. Alright, I love you guys. Bye.